Good evening, everyone. Yesterday, we designed one example. We are creating a jQuery Ajax to understand that we are creating one application. So, we are creating one app with jQuery Ajax in the front end and JSON server in the backend. And we are implementing like single page environment like we are designing. That means what is the point? Navigation must be within the page. Everything should come onto one page. That is the main intention. And yesterday we created this to-do app. jQuery to-do application. In this jQuery to-do application, we have to run two files. What are those? JSON server we need to run. We will do one thing. How to start API? Every time what we have to do? Go to data folder. In data folder, we have to run db.json. On any particular port number, we have to run it. So we will put a shortcut for that. What is the shortcut is? Go to package.json. In package.json, you will find scripts category. In the scripts category, here you add a shortcut name. So shortcut name is, we will use API. And what that shortcut have to do? That shortcut have to start our API. How to start our API? We have the command to run. This is the command JSON server. And we have to start JSON server and the file name. File name is in, suppose currently we are /data/db.what? JSON. db.json. And watch. And the port number is equal to 4040, some port number. Now what is the advantage of keeping all your command under scripts under one API name is, next time onwards what you can do directly, you open the terminal. In the terminal, you have to just run the command npm run API. npm run API is the command. Actually, what is npm? So the node package manager and API is the shortcut name we given. That is the shortcut name we given. So when I hit enter, it will automatically run that command and it is working. So every day you don't need to write this lengthy command. Now you have a shortcut for that. You just type npm run API, automatically this command will execute. That command will execute and it will start your API. That is the best. Otherwise, every day we have to open our project, we have to start the API separately using that command. Now just open that and run API. Okay, now API started. Our application starts with which page? Index. So let's run the index page. Index page started here. And in the index page, we designed a to-do environment. I created a simple navigation here. Register will open the registration form. Login will get the login form. And will get me to the home. Now we have to implement the functionality. What is the functionality? Register. In register, what should happen? You have to collect the data from these teeth text boxes and you have to store them in an object. You have to insert into database. So register, this register have to submit your data and save in the database. Means it should use which method? It should use post method. So let's see. Where is the register form? I will open the register form and make sure that these elements have a reference ID. That is a txt username. That is the ID. And this is txt password. Okay. This is txt email. We have 3 text boxes. What is the button is this button ID. I think this is the button. This button ID btn register. btn register is the button ID. So on that button click, we have to collect the data from these text boxes and insert into JSON server. For that registering users, we have an API now. What is the API method? 4040, you have users. We already know how API routes are created. Users will have a post method. Into users, you can post user data. So what we will do now here, I will go to the logic page. Logic is in index.js. In index.js, we have to write register button click. Document dot on. Everything is document on because all are dynamically added. So event is click and what is the element? btn register. btn register on click. What to do? First we have to create an object called user. This user object contains key. What is the key? User name. Make sure that the keys are matching with your data. In our data, username, password, email. Capitalization also matters. That's very important. So username, and it is coming from $hash txt username dot what? Val. That is username entered in text box. We are collecting the username entered in text box. Next we have what? Password $hash txt password dot val. And we have email, that is $hash txt email dot what? Val. This is user related data. Now this user related data we need to submit to API. So we need to use Ajax dollar dot Ajax dollar Ajax dot Ajax have a method. Method is post. This time the method is post. And what is the URL? URL is http:// localhost 4040 / our API is users. Because it is a post, you need to mention the data to post. What is the data to post? User data we have to post. User is object. Okay, we have a success. On success, what we need to do? On success, we have to, this is enough. No need to collect anything or show anything. What I can do is, after submitting this, okay, this is enough. For posting, this is enough. Then I will put an alert. I will say registered successfully. That is the message I am giving. And after that, it should navigate to login. How? After registered, it should navigate to login. Then yesterday we created load view method. It should load which view dot slash login dot what HTML. We have to load login. Already loading the view we have defined. Load view will load it. So that is the success. But here some more work is also there. What is it is? This is on register click. What is that? When user selects here a register, when user enters username, we have to verify whether that username is already taken. If user's name is already taken, we should show their message already taken, please try another. Of course, I will implement only few points. Others I will leave for you. You have to put validations. Validations like password must be this much length. Email must be in a correct email format. Such things you need to implement, right? So that means it is not for me, it is for you. If I do project, I will get experience in project. So project is something like only help I have to provide. You should be able to design. Even these kind of screens also, I should just only give help. You should be able to design. But first time, so I am explaining all the scenario. The next another example, you have to try everything by your own. Right? I will just give you hints. These we have to do. You have to implement them. Okay. So here we will implement that logic also. But first, already only one user is there, John. Okay. I will write another user name here. Username is suppose Sam underscore some HYD something. And password is sam@811. You just mention that. And some sam@outlook.com, some email. And I click on register. Then it should say registered successfully. And it should navigate to login. Automatically it is navigating to login. Now in our database, that user should be added here. So already added here, not added. What is problem? let's check the problem. Is there any problem in adding the data? So where is our API? So post data users is there. Is there any issue in posting? Let's check. Some error may be there. Is there a console register and username, password, email, and registered successfully? Acha, post have a problem. What is it? Internal server error. Unable to post the data. Why? Let's check here. Users. That users is working fine. Users is working fine. User, it is unable to send into JSON format. That may be problem. Huh? Then what we will do on register, where is the data we are having? This is the user data. We will convert this into, so JSON dot R. We will use an user. It is nothing but we are converting into JSON, data converted into JSON. We are storing there. Register, password, object, valid JSON. It is not a valid JSON. JSON string 5. Actually, direct, it should allow. Huh? I will see URL encoded. What is there? So users, fine. Huh? That is already saying that. Okay. So what is the problem previously? The data is not sent in a JSON form. It is sent in a string form. Then what we have done? Converted that into JSON so that it allows to store inside the server. Now it is fine. Now where is that here? So you can see in the database, it is ready. The value is stored. Now there is no problem in this. Okay. Right. So is the here is after inserting the new user, we will do one thing. We will redirect to, because server is running in same place. I will log in into home.html only. Why? Because I am currently running server in the same location. Location means our web server is same, and JSON server IP address are the same. That's the reason what is happening. It is reloading, and when it is reloading, because I am using a watch option, then what watch will do is if anyone newly added, it will refresh one more time. So what we can do is, so JSON server, I will stop this here. Actually, what is the JSON server is here, without watch, I will give the command. Without watch, I am giving the command npm run API. It will start it. Now I will go to the logic. It will go to which page? Login.html. So I am taking here register. What is that? User Sam, some password @11, email, and click on register. Registered successfully. Then it will go to login. From login, it is navigating to register. Home. Why it is doing that? Because as I told you, our JSON server is running and it is reloading every time. Better if I run in a different place, then it will not reload. That you will do with database, separate database, you will do that. So this is no problem. What we will do, because just that issue comes, I will navigate to which page. Automatically it navigates to which page? Home.what? HTML. This we will do that, right? Because what is happening is after performing the functionality, it is loading again. When it is loading again, this view home is loading. That is the reason every time what it is doing, it is loading the home page, right? That means I will leave the home itself already at the load. Home is there, so no need of giving this. After registered, it will take to home. You click on register, you entered some details. I will remove the user. Okay. And I will click on register, enter the details, enter the password, and enter the email, register successfully, then it will go to the home. Now user can log in. Now what we need to do? We need to implement the logic here. One more logic I have to implement. What is it? When user register, while registering, if he enters any name, it should verify whether the name is already taken or not. We have to get, we should show some message. Is it user available or not? How to do that? Let's do that also. In register, we need to do is, in register, when user is entering some username, below this I will put a data definition class, text danger. Okay, I will give an ID, LBL user error. Okay, LBL user error is the data definition. There I want to show some message. And we need to write logic while typing the username. What is the event? While typing the username, I need to do this. This is, I will put register click. This is register click. So before register click, when user is typing, I want the logic. That means here, so verify username. How to verify username? So we will write $. What is it? Document dot on. What is the event? While typing, I should verify. We have to use change, or we can use key up. We learned key up, key down. Events are there. We can use key up. Key up. What is the element? Hash txt username, and what is the action? What is the action is we have to collect the username entered inside the text box. We have to collect the username entered inside the text box, and we have to verify is that username is present in existing users. How to get existing users? We have to use Axios, sorry, not Axios, dollar Ajax dot Ajax method. What is the Ajax method? Method is what? Get. Which URL? http://localhost. And what is the port number? 4040 is the port number. In 4040 port number, what is that? /users. That is get all the users. When it gets all the users on success, we have to collect the users. That means all the users data will come. Now we need to verify whether the user, whatever user you entered, is matching with any user inside the database. So whatever username I am entering in text box, I have to collect it and I should verify is it there in the users list or not. How to verify whether the username I entered is available inside the data or not? Because data is an array. In array, how you search for anybody? In an array, how you can search for any value? You can use find, you can use filter. But we want only one occurrence value. Then which one we have to use? Find. So what I will do is, I will declare a user. How to find the user? Users dot find. Because users is an array. Find item and return the item where item dot username is matching with $# txt username dot val. That means whatever the username I entered in text box, if that username is matching with the username of these users, then it will return and store inside this user. That means now remember, this variable user will have undefined if user is not there. It will return that username if user is found. If user is not found, it will return undefined. How to verify whether defined or not? If user, what does it means? If user means if defined. Already we know how to verify defined and undefined. If user means if defined. Defined means it is found. Then what we have to do? We have to check that username is available or not. That means what we have to do? If user is found, and here one more condition we have to write. What is that? If user is found, and if user dot username is matching with $# txt username dot value, then what is the logic here? I need to display here lbl user error dot html. Inside that, I want to display a message saying that username taken. Am I right? I should say username taken. Username taken, try another. That is the message we want to give. Otherwise, what we have to do? Otherwise, we have to display #lbl user. So lbl user error dot html, we want to display username available. Username is available, we are giving. Username available means it is there. Below this, I will not use text danger because the class will be changing according to the message. Okay, now in register form, I click here and I am start some user. It should say available. Any issue? So we need to write the logic here. That means it is not using key up on key up here. I showed you yesterday. Will use change is working or not? No. That means this is having key up. This event is not firing up. What is the name? Txt username only. I will verify that event is working or not. So key here say key up working. I am just verifying key up is working. Fine. Keyword is working. Some problem is there in getting the API. What is the problem? Users is returning all the users. I will verify. Localhost 4040. It is getting the users. And in that case, this users is returning or not. Console.log users. Okay. Okay, register. Okay, users also coming correctly, no problem. Next, we will use a for where user of what? Users. We are reading every user. I am using if user dot username is matching with $hash txt username dot what val, it is matching, then $hash, what is it, lbl user error dot html, it should display a message username taken. After that it has to break. Am I right? Otherwise, what is that? $hash lbl user error dot html user name available that is username taken. Try another. Username is available. Register and I entered something. Okay, now it is working fine. It is available. I think we have some problem in the find command there. It's okay. Username John underscore NIT. It is taken. It says username taken, try another. So it is working fine. Okay. So we are implementing this functionality here. So what happens? User will click register. And what he is doing, enter the username. Suppose I am entering user which is already taken. Suppose I am typing Sam. S is available. Sam is available underscore HYD. It is taken. It says taken, try another. That is fine. That means we are verifying whether user is available or We will put different color also. So what is the color? How you apply the color here is you can add CSS. In the CSS property name color and the value. The value is red. Okay. Here we will add CSS. What is the property name is color and the value is what? Green. I will apply. You can apply a CSS class name also. Okay, now register. I'm entering here. So this is username available, John underscore NIT. It is taken. That looks better. So what we are doing, we are fetching the data from API. We are verifying in the users whether that user is already taken. If it is taken, we are showing a one. Now you try other validations like password 4 to 15 characters with at least one uppercase letter. How you verify? By using regular expressions. You can try such options. Okay. Now what is that? So we have John, Sam, another one I'm giving some name, Sam underscore HYD, it is also taken. HYD, it is not taken. HYD, it is taken. Every character it will verify. By using which event we have to do? Key up. Okay. So now we have a registration form and we are submitting the data. So now what is the next one? Login form. What login form have to do? Verify whether user ID, password are matching. If user ID, password matching, what to do? If user ID, password is matching, then show his dashboard. Dashboard means show his appointments list. His appointment list. We need to load the appointment list and display the appointment list. That means we need to verify the appointments. So how we can access that? What we will do? We have to write a logic for login also. And after successfully login, it should navigate to which place? After successfully login, it should navigate to which place? It should navigate to user dashboard. And here important is how you will maintain user login details until he log out. Generally what we do, we have to use cookies. In any website, user login to log out, his data is maintained in cookies. Now how you do that in JavaScript? In JavaScript you learnt local storage, session storage, another one cookies. In JavaScript what you learnt cookies is, in JavaScript you learnt, so document have a cookies object. By using this cookies object, you can create cookies, you can access cookies, you can maintain the data about the user inside the cookies. But now in jQuery, if you want to handle these kind of interactions, jQuery provides simple methods. You tried a JavaScript cookies, huh? Already I told you in JavaScript, we learned JavaScript cookies. When we learned about JavaScript cookies, the problem in cookies is the date, expiry date. We know cookies are two types, in-memory cookie, persistent cookie. In-memory cookie means temporary. Persistent cookie means permanent. Permanent means it should have an expiry date. Giving expiry date in ISO format and everything is very complex. But in jQuery, if you want to deal with cookies, jQuery provides a separate cookies library. You can install the cookies library and you can easily manage cookies for your application. So now what we will do is, we will learn about that library so that we can implement in this application. So what is the new library you have to use here? A jQuery cookie library. Because users log in to log out, all the information is maintained by using what? Cookies. By using cookies, we maintain all that information. So What we have to do now is we need to maintain the cookies. We need to manage the cookies. How to manage the cookies in jQuery? Let's see. So for that you are going to learn one new plugin here. What is that plugin? jQuery cookies. So this we are going to implement in this project. First we will learn what it is, how it works. jQuery cookies. JavaScript document object provides a cookie, provides access to cookies that already you learned in JavaScript. JavaScript document object provides access to cookies. It have complex techniques of handling cookies in browser. So which includes adding, reading, and removing cookies. It have complex technique for handling cookies in browser. Adding the cookie, reading the cookie, removing the cookies. Complex technique of handling cookies. So what is advantage? jQuery provides a predefined cookie library. jQuery provides a predefined cookie library. However, it is a third-party library. In jQuery, we use lot of third-party libraries. It is a third-party library. Third-party library means you have to learn about it and use, and there are so many third parties. Which one suits you, you have to try that. That means different third parties have different features. So when you are working with jQuery, the jQuery libraries, so many will be there. For one concept, so many libraries will be there. You can try any of them. But they are not officially provided by jQuery. They are third party. You have to know about them, you have to explore them, and you have to implement them. So majority jQuery people always depend on these third party cookies. Even for Ajax also, they don't depend on jQuery Ajax. Because I told you, more better than jQuery Ajax, third party is also there. I will show you later. When you learn React, you will learn those third parties. Initially here, you see, you can visit this website. What is the website? npmjs.com. In this npmjs, you search for jQuery cookie. You can see jQuery cookie, a separate library is there. You see jQuery cookie library is there. And there are 24 packages by that name. That means 24 different libraries are there. You can try any one of them, but you should be careful because before trying you should read everything, because every cookie library have a different syntax, and every cookie library sometimes have some bugs, means some features they don't properly work. You can read the reviews written by developers who already used them. They will tell you the problems in that, and which one is best suitable, you have to use it. So for the first one is enough for us. jQuery cookie is simple. I will open this. You see the jQuery cookie. It is a plugin for reading, writing, deleting cookies. And when compared to HTML, JavaScript directly, it is simple. You see, they are giving just $cookie and through $cookie, you can give cookie name, cookie value, and expires. Expires is just a number. Number means how many days to expire. 2 days, 3 days you can give. This looks better because in JavaScript we have to give in time format, date format. That is very confusion and so many issues. And see, they have given an option to remove cookie also. There is a simple remove cookie. By using remove cookie, we can remove. In JavaScript, how to remove cookies? We have to remove cookies by giving an older name which is already older date which is already completed. If you give the cookie date as an older date which is already done, then the cookie is deleted. We have two types of cookies now. What are those? Permanent cookies and temporary. And you see persistent and in memory, and you see they have given how to install the cookie. npm install jQuery cookie. And what is the library file? Library file is what? Cookie.js. Make sure that you have imported that. So let's implement this in our application. Now, what is the point here? So first step, install jQuery cookie library. They given a simple process, npm install jQuery dot cookie or hyphen cookie. It is dot cookie. Okay, and save. After that, import jQuery cookie.js into page. And after that, the cookie provider. So cookie provider $.cookie. And this is the cookie name, just name and value and expires. How many days? Just you need to configure that. So you know already if expires is not defined, then it is an in-memory cookie. In-memory cookie. If expires is not defined, then it is an in-memory cookie. In-memory cookie means what? Temporary cookie, yeah? Temporary cookie. In-memory cookie means temporary cookie. So that is temporary cookie. So here another option, $.remove cookie. Remove cookie. And the name. This is for deleting cookie. Generally, we have to do this on sign out. Right. So what we will do is we will implement this and see how it works. So first, I need to write logic for login. and make sure that you install this library in the project. In a new terminal, npm install jQuery.cookie and save. I'm installing jQuery cookie and make sure that it is in the index page. In index, and remember jQuery related all plugins must be after jQuery. After jQuery, you have to put script and script source, node modules, jQuery cookie, jQuery cookie.js. That is the file. Okay. Now what should happen here is when user clicks login, let's write, go to login. Here also we will give the ID. What is it? TXT what? Username. Here also ID is what? TXT what? Password. And if it is password, then what to do? If username and password are there, then we will write this button ID as btn login. btn login is the button. On this button click, we have to collect the username, password. We have to verify that username, password is matching with the data available in the database. Let's do. So in index.js, this is register click, and we will use here login click. Already above there is verifying username while typing. Already we implemented that. On login click, what we have to do. So document.on, what is the event name? Click. Okay, what is the element hash? btn login. So what is the function? This function have to collect the username you entered in the text box. Now I have to implement the same logic as I done previously. What is the point here is find the user who is matching with that particular username. So what you have to do? $.ajax method is what? Get from the URL. What is the URL? http://localhost:4040/users. It is going to get all the users. So on success, what we have to do? Collect the users. Now what I have to do is I need to get only the user who is matching with that ID, user ID you entered. That means what we need to do? Document here we have to use collection is users. In users we need to use a command find. What is the find? Find item, where item dot username is matching with hash txt username dot what? Val. If it is matching, I will use if user is defined, means it is there. If not defined, means user is not there. Then I will put an alert. So is invalid user name. I will put the message. If found, that means there is user. Now what should happen? We have to verify if user.password is matching with $hash txt what? Password.val. If it is matching with the password, then we have to load his dashboard. So I will use load view. And what is the load view? ./dashboard.html. We don't have this page. We will use it. Otherwise, if password is wrong, what should we do? Alert. We will put a message. What is it? Invalid password. Username invalid, password invalid. and dashboard it should load. We need a page. What is the page? In public, we need to add a page, dashboard dot what? HTML. In dashboard HTML, I will just put a div and a heading. So user dashboard. First we will implement that, then we can add a cookie also. First we will implement this. So I will keep this class bg light, text dark. Okay, padding 3 something. Fine. Now let's go to the login screen. We go to the login. I am entering some username David, some password. Then it says invalid username. That means username is not available. Okay. I will enter username John underscore NIT. Password is wrong. Then it should say invalid password, because username is there, but his password is not matching. Okay, what is the password? His password is what? John@11. So I am using John@11 is his password. Now if it is matching, login should get the dashboard. That is working fine. And when dashboard comes, in the dashboard, we want to display his appointments. We need to get his appointments. What appointments is having his appointment, and who logged in his name. Dashboard of home, his name should come here. How? So that means who logged in, his user ID should be stored in a cookie. So what we will do, let's go to login, not here, index.js. Yeah. Here, if password also correct, it is loading dashboard. Before loading dashboard, what it should do? Before loading dashboard, it should create a cookie. How to create a cookie? $.what? Cookie. What is the cookie name? Cookie name, uname. Uname is username. What is the cookie value? Cookie value is $hash txt username dot what? Value. That means now cookie is created by that name. I am not giving any expiry, then it will be a temporary until I close the browser. Once I close browser, it is gone. If I give expiry, then it will stay for 2 days, 3 days. Even I close browser, it will be available. So how you give that expiry? You have to use an object with what? Expires. Expires how many days you have to define? 2 refers to 2 days, right? If you don't define this, the cookie is temporarily created. And if you define that, expires as 2. Okay, let's do this now. See. First, we will check whether cookie created or not, right? So let's open our inspect. In the inspect, go to application category. In application category, you have storages. You know where to see for cookies now. Cookie is currently empty. Now I will go to login. I will enter username John NIT and John@11 and I say login. It will go to dashboard and cookie is created. And cookie value is what? John NIT. And who logged in, his name should come here. His ID should come here. And I want a sign out button also. And what that sign out button have to do? Delete the cookie. It should delete the cookie. So cookie is created here and it is defined, and observe actually this cookie expires on 2 days. You see I given 2 days means it expires on 31/3. Because I given 2 days expiry, then it will expire on 31. We need to define expiry. If don't give expiry, it will stay even you close the browser, right? Sorry, don't give expiry, it will delete immediately. Now it will stay for 2 days, okay? Now, what is the point now? Here we need one more concept to handle. Who logged in, his details should come in the dashboard. So where to show that? Where is the dashboard? In the dashboard, here I will put a span. So here I will put an ID. So ID is what? So active user, that is the ID. How to access active user and show his name there. So here I will put a simple one, yeah. Actually, this is another span. This is user dashboard. And who is that user dashboard? I'll keep a name here, okay. Fine. Let's keep class as bflexer. Justify content between. Okay. Now this span have an ID called active user. Now when user successfully log in the dashboard, I need to get his user and display. So what we have to do now, I am using dollar hash. What is it? Active user. Active user dot HTML. Inside that, what we have to do? Dollar dot cookie. Cookie name. Cookie name is what? Uname. That means it will get its value and show. But it should show that after loading the dashboard. Let's check this now. I will delete this cookie. So right click and delete. We can delete the cookie. Login. Some Sam. Oh, what is his password? Sam@11. Okay. Sam@11. I click on login. It should get there. But it is unable to show that. Let's do, because actually what it is doing, it is loading the dashboard after that. While loading itself, it should display. So I will change this here. Login Sam Hyderabad, Sam@11. Login. It is unable to get that and display. What is the? I will use a log, console.log. Means I'm verifying whether cookie is correctly coming or not. These all are complex because lot of pages we are designing, interactions. What is the name? Sam@11. Login. Okay, it is coming. Why it is unable to load? Because now there is a problem in while loading itself we need to assign, because actually I am loading a function, and that function, where is that function? This is the cookie. Active user is the cookie. Where is this function? Load view. Load view, while loading itself, if get is successful, here itself we will put this name. If cookie is there, let's check this. No. So here on load view, on success, before sending the response, here we will put the cookie. This order is also important. So login Sam @11 still not there. So there is a problem in loading this one. Huh? We'll do one thing because I'm using the same method for all of them. Huh? Let's do one thing. If so, login in the HTML elements section is having active user. Active user dashboard. That's okay. We'll do one thing here. Hmm. Dashboard. While loading the dashboard, I'll do one thing here because dashboard contains an element. Oh, is this? Already we typed it. Huh? After loading the dashboard, so here I will use dollar dot Ajax get what is it URL dot slash dashboard.html on success. What we do, we will dollar dot cookie where we have to display dollar hash. What is it? Active user dot html cookie name. Cookie name is what? Uname. And we have to get the response. So dollar we have a section section.html get the response. After the response data, this is X call I'm using. Fine. Huh? We are accessing that and doing because what we are doing is we are using the previous method. What is the problem with that method is same method I am using everywhere. Load and all those pages doesn't need a cookie. Cookie is required only for dashboard. So I better rewrite that to render the new one. Otherwise what happens is, so because login and for everyone I used a common and everywhere we don't need the cookies to maintain. So better just use for this location. That's enough, right? Now what is another one? We need to put one more option. What is that option here? This, remember, this cookie is not required for other pages because in other pages there is no active user span. Active user span is present only in which view? Dashboard. If I write this in that method, it will fail, obviously, because other pages don't have active user. Active user is present only here. Okay, right. So once we done that, next what we need to put a sign out option also here. What is it at the end? We will put a button. This button have sign out. And what is the class name? Class BTN. BTN what? Link. Okay. ID as BTN sign out. BTN sign out is the option. Okay. What is the logic for sign out? Logic for sign out is we have to remove the cookie na? Yes. So this is the logic for login. And we have log out, sign out click. Sign out click. On sign out click, what is the function? Document on what is it? Click. What is the element hash? BTN sign out. And on sign out, we need to remove the cookie. What is it? $. So remove cookie. Remove cookie, cookie name. Cookie name is what? Uname. After that, what we should do? Load view. Which view to load? Login.html. Or we can take home.html. After logout, they will go to home. Right? So this is remove cookie. Okay. Now let's see. I will go to login and let's go to inspect. In application, cookies, this cookie, because I give an expiry, I will delete it. Now username is this, password is this, sam@11. Dashboard will come. There is a sign out option. Cookie is created. What I click on sign out, that cookie is deleted. That means on sign out click, cookie must be deleted and we should log in. That is what we need to implement, right? Now one more job is there. That is the major. If we can do that, what is another job? After that means here we are using cookie library for signing. Sign in and sign out option, we are using cookie library. Now what is the next one? When user login, sam@11, when user login, the cookie is available. Now what we should do is, so here we want to display his appointments. Who logged in, his appointments must be loaded there. How? So we need to get the appointments based on the user and show the appointments. And here, from here, we must able to design, add appointment, edit appointment, delete appointment like functionality. That means how to show his appointments, what appointments he is having, how to show the appointments. Let's do one thing. So Sam doesn't have appointment, but John have appointment. Anyhow, who logged in, his appointment I need. His name I can collect from cookie now. I can collect from cookie. So from appointments, get the appointment whose username is matching and display that appointment details in the dashboard. Right? So what we will do in the dashboard? In the dashboard, we will put we will put here a container. Okay, in this container, we need to load the appointments, right? So what we will do, we will keep an ID. What is the ID? Appointments. Appointments. So appointments. I will give appointment cards. That is the ID. and I want to show all his appointments. As of now, only one appointment. You can display like a card style, or you can display like alerts. Bootstrap have alerts we can use. Okay, appointment cards. Into this load all the appointments that is matching with his name, right? Then what to do? This is the location where we are loading his dashboard now. We are loading the dashboard here. That means if username is matching, password is matching, we are loading the dashboard. Now into the dashboard, what we have to do? Add those appointments also. So how do we access all the appointments of that particular user? On success, I have to access all the appointments of that particular user. Actually, here I am using suppose $.ajax again. On success, I am making an Ajax call. And what is the method? Ajax method is get. Get from where? URL. URL is what? HTTP localhost 040 / what is it? Appointments. But on success, I need to get all the appointments. But I don't want all appointments. Only the appointments that belongs to that user. That appointments can be more than one. Appointments can be more than one. Then what is that? Results. How to get the results? We have appointments dot. This time I will use filter, because find will read only one, filter will read all matching. Filter what? Filter the appointment. So how to filter the appointment? Where appointment dot user name is matching with $#txt what? Username dot what? Val. It is matching with the username, or it will be matching with the cookie na? Who logged in, right? Actually, who logged in? His name we are already collecting na? TXT username. That means his appointments will come. It will get all the appointments of the user who is matching. Okay. Now these results must be added. Where to add these results? These results must be added into appointment cards. Huh? We have appointment cards. So what we have to do? We need to add these results into appointment cards. So I will use results.map, because every result is an object. Every result contains one appointment. So now we need to read, and for every result, I will create a div, and I will keep this with a class called alert. You remembered we learned alert success, am I right? These are bootstrap alerts, huh? Alert success, okay. And in this alert, what we will do? In this alert, we will put a title. So here what we have to do, result dot, every appointment have a title na? We will put the title. So result dot what? Title. Here I will keep a heading. In the heading, result dot what? Title. Actually this result is nothing but appointment. It is reading every appointment. For your understanding sake, I will make it as what? Appointment. We are reading every appointment. Every appointment have what? Title. And every appointment have a description. Every appointment have a description. I will use appointment dot what? Description. Every appointment have a date. In the div, I will keep a date. So how do we display the date? Appointment dot what? Date. So that is the details we are having. Okay. Now these are all the appointments, and add this. append to. Append to which container? Hash appointment cards. Into that we have to add this appointment. We are reading every appointment which is matching with that particular username and showing all those appointments there. Let's run this. So here we have delete this one. Okay, and let's go to login. Username is Sam. Sam doesn't have appointment. John NIT and John at the net what 11 and his appointment should come. Some problem in the console. Let's check why the appointment are not coming. I will put here on success console.log. We'll use what? Appointments. I'm just verifying all appointments are coming or not. John NIT, John at the net 11, login, array, appointment is coming fine. Okay. Then what is the problem that appointment is returning an array? Now in this appointment, we need to filter the appointment and get the appointment. This results is reading every appointment. I will put a logic here. So appointments are coming fine. Up to here, no problem. And here, every appointment, console log, appointment. Okay. I am adding John NIT, John at the net 11. Then that appointment have a problem. So there is a problem in where? There is a problem in the filter command. There is a problem in this filter command. What is problem in filter command? Let's put console log results. John at the net 11. Okay, empty array is coming. Means this results is not coming. Why? Appointments filter command is unable to filter the data. So is there any problem? Every appointment have a username matching with that txt name dot value. So I will check here dollar hash txt username dot what val. That username is correctly coming or not. John at the net 11. Text box have problem. Why? So we will put here instead of text box, we'll put here dollar dot what cookie. Cookie is what? Uname. It should get the appointment based on the cookie. Let's see the result now. Login. John NIT. Password is John at the net 11. Okay. Now it is working fine. So some problem in the text box because what we are doing, we are fetching inside Ajax. Ajax inside Ajax we are using. Okay, let's do one thing. Now what we have to do, results dot what? Map, read every appointment, and for every appointment we need to create a alert. I copied no. Then I have to write that. So results dot map, read every appointment, and for every appointment we need to create what? create a div. Okay. And append this dot append to which area? Hash appointment cards. Is that spelling correct? Appointment cards. Okay. And this div will have a class alert success. And here I'll keep a heading. In the heading, we will keep appointment title. Appointment dot title. Login user John. Password is John@11. Okay. His appointment comes. Right? We need to get other details also. What are the other details? So description. Right. So what is the description? $appointment dot what? Description. What else? We have another div. So class we have BI calendar. Okay, here what we need to do? Appointment dot what? Date. Okay. Now when user login and this is John@11 and his appointment will come. What are the appointments that user is having? Currently this user is having only one appointment. What about another user? Login and Sam @11. He doesn't have any appointment. Right? Suppose Sam is having different appointments. In the data directly I will store. I will copy and put another appointment. But this appointment belongs to which user? Sam. And here I will give some options like some birthday party, something. So here, so collect gift. So for party, something like this. And it is some date. So I given some date. Okay, this is ID 2. Okay, we have some data also. Now, this is John@11. His appointment will come. Right, when Sam loads, Sam Hyderabad, right, Sam@11, his appointment will come. That means every user has his own appointments. That means when he logs in, his appointment, when user logs in, his appointment. Now we need to add, now here we need to add, every appointment needs some functionality. What is it? Into this index, yeah. When you are adding the appointment, here we will keep a div. Now, here we need to put some button. This is like button. And in this button, so we are adding class BI edit. This is pen fill. BTN and BTN warning. And we need another button, BI trash and BTN danger, MX2. Now what is the point? You log in with some user details, Sam@11, and it will get those buttons. Now what should happen? How many appointments are? Those will come. Many appointments, it will display all. So now when I click on delete, it should delete this appointment. When I click on edit, it should open pop-up. In the pop-up, I want to show some edit and they save. It should modify and update. Or another screen should come where he will update and he will submit. That means we need to implement two more functionalities. One is edit, another one delete. And if user wants, he can add a new appointment also. New, edit, delete. These three we need to implement. Now till now what we implemented in this project, user can register, user can log in And when user logs in, he can see his appointments. Every user log in to log out, his data is maintained in cookies. That's what we are doing. Now, user should able to add appointment, edit appointment, delete. If we do that, CRUD operations complete. That we'll see next session, right? Up to now, I will upload this entire project zip folder, right? The code and everything zip folder I will upload into our classroom. You can check that and you can try. Then if we finish the add appointment, edit appointment, delete, right? Edit only little complicated. Add is same like register. We done already register post method. Edit is little complex. And delete is very simple because on button click, we can execute a delete method which will delete that particular ID. That is very simple. Only the problem is with edit. That we'll see in next session. Next session will be on Tuesday. Monday, Ramzan holiday is there. Institute is not working day. Right? Again, we will meet on Tuesday. Tuesday we will continue. By the Tuesday, you try to design this. Okay, you try to design this. The complete code I will upload, you check it. Right? If you can do this, then with real database, we will design one more application. The database means MongoDBs and all we will use. So then you will have a complete end-to-end project. So tomorrow, Monday, holiday, again we will meet on Tuesday. Okay, right, thank you.